Well, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Starling Ballpark here, Ranui in the west of Auckland. You're watching the 14th annual Waitakere Bears Fast Pitch Classic Tournament here on behalf of the Waitakere Bears Club, of course, on their YouTube channel. I'm Jason Goobies, aka Chopper, and we're here for the 6 o'clock game. This is game number 1 on the schedule. Otahuhu taking on Mount Albert Ramblers in their very first match here for this 3-day tournament. 5 teams will contest the tournament. These 2 teams, of course, Otahuhu and Ramblers, and the other 3 that will take on Waitakere Bears, of course, will be Howick and Auckland Marist. So 5 teams contesting over 3 days. That is the Waitakere Bears Fast Pitch Classic Tournament here for Labour Weekend. Great to have you along for this one. Cool evening, that's for sure. We are already into the match, have started already into the bottom of the first innings. And I'll give you a recap of the first innings for you. And we are playing fast pitch rules in this one. Well, part of them anyway. First innings will be a runner on 1. Second innings will start with a runner on 2. Third innings a runner on 3. Then I'll go back to first for the 4th innings and so on. Still 3 strikes, you're out. 4 balls is a walk. So that's the only difference in the fast pitch rules. You may be used to 3 outside away as per normal when it comes to softball. Well, Otahuhu batted first. They would start with a runner on first base. That was Madison Gerbies. She was then moved over to second base by Miriam Amaki as ground out the third basewoman. Another out for Otahuhu, and then up came for them Logan Moreland. She drove 1 to centre field. That opens the scoring for Otahuhu. They lead the ball game at this point, 1-0. And she's thrown out trying to advance the second base on the play as well. We are now bottom of the bottom of the first innings, apologies. Nice change up there. Picks up the strikeout of the Mount Albert Ramblers centre fielder. That is Tomoko Gora. So Mount Albert Ramblers, they start with a runner at first base. That is Anelia Fangunga. She is now over to second base on a successful bunt by the leadoff hitter, Leah Stockford. Zoe Toloff struck out, so did Gora. That's where we're up to. Now that is Katrina Nukunuku in the batter's box. Designated player for this one, also coach of the team. Let's set the fielding lineup for you for the Otahuhu squad who are out there. Left to right in the outfield, Madison Gerbies, Miriam Amakia, Kayla Leo Bryan will be the right fielder in this one. Ariana Kingi will be in the hot corner, third base. Logan Moreland, the new import player from the United States, she will get the start at shortstop. Teresa Hokomo, she'll be at second base. Samantha Parks, or Sammy Parks, will be at first base. Alexa Bloom behind the dish. And for the starter in this one, just a little low on that offering, is Gretchen O'Coin. No swing on that one, so Katrina Howell working hard here. There is 2 outs here in the bottom of the first innings. The score is 1-0, 1 ball and 2 strikes the count here on Nukunuku. And an outside low lifter from O'Coin will take care of Nukunuku after the lead-off safe bunt by Stockford. 3 up, 3 down via the strikeout goes Toloff Gora and Nukunuku. That'll do us through 1 complete. Top of the second innings coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the second innings. And first pitch dispatched by O'Coin will go to the outfield, and Moreland will score on it. They'll throw to two, and O'Coin will go to second base on the throw. So quick action here on the top of the second innings. Remember, fast pitch rules. So the last out of the last innings, that was Moreland, the shortstop for Otahuhu. She was, of course, starting at second base. So the score now. So she's a bit windy here, as you can probably hear on the microphone. Deep fly ball to centre field, but safe underneath that is Gora. Oh. First pitch hitting again and lined out to Maldron at third base. Happening so quick here, just trying to keep up with it. So that was Sammy Smith the pass. Krista Hawani now steps in to go to work. She takes the first pitch up top. Let's set that fielding line up for you for the Mount Albert Ramblers squad out there in the field. Tola Morrison, Tomoka Gura and Gabby Morare will be the outfield left to right in this one. Going the other way is Hawani, that'll go foul but deep. Lisa Maldron in the hot corner. Leah Stockford, the new shortstop, moved up from Christchurch. She'll be starting there for Mount Albert Ramblers. Nelia Whangunga's at second. Brooke Whiteman's at first. Zoe Toloff will be starting behind the dish for the starter of this one for Mount Albert Ramblers. That is Justin Taku Bedwell. Try and shield that microphone for you. You must be getting a bit of noise from that wind. We'll try our best to try and keep it shielded for you. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count now on Hawani. And she line drives one to centre. That'll score with ease as Hawani will turn the corner. She'll stand up into 2, looking for 3, holds up there. So Hawani continues her hot hitting from international duties and plates the 3rd run of the ball game for Otahuhu. Up to bat now, the 3rd basewoman, that is Ariana Kingy. 2 outs here, top of the second innings, 3-0 the scoreline. Ball out. This one fouls up into the net. Two balls and 1 strike now the count. Here comes Taku Bedwell. This one is low in the dirt. Hawani can't move. Rewarded with the hitter's count now is Kingy. Wind is blowing in from left to home plate at this point. Takes that one high. Kingy will pick up the walk, go down to first base. That'll put runners on first and second. That'll bring up the left fielder, Madison Gerbies. This one comes through the bottom of the zone. One gets away. That'll allow the runners move up 60 feet. Waitakere to 3 now. Kingy to 2. Counts level. So 3 runs to 0 already here for Otahuhu. Picked up one regimented run in the first innings, then 2 aggressive drives from them. Hitting the first pitch was Otahuhu as they come out in the second innings. Ground back to the pitcher, comes out of the glove, she regathers and makes the throw in time. Not before Otahuhu pick up 2 runs here in the top of the second innings. They lead now 3 runs to 0. Bottom of the second coming up next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second innings here. And it is Otahuhu leading the ball game, 3 runs to 0. But Mount Amber Ramblers, they will send up Lisa Maldron, Brooke Whiteman and Tyler Morrison 1, 2, 3 here. As they will try to cut into this lead. Remember, fast pitch rules, so beginning of this innings is second. There'll be a runner at second base, and that'll be just get the shirt number for you for the runner at second base. Katrina Nukunuku obviously hitting for her. Brody Mons, it is at second base running. That one comes through the zone on Mons. Bunt is down from Mons, and the throw is just offline, and that'll allow Mons to score here. And also, Maldron will go sliding into second base safe. This one comes through the zone from O'Coin. Brooke Whiteman, the first basewoman here. No outs. Maldron at second base. By 2 runs at this point. Bottom of the second innings, 3-1, of course. Fouls that one back. No outs though, so a good opportunity here for the Mount Amber Ramblers team. Tyler Morrison will bat after her, of course. Then there's Gabby Murare for number 9 hitter. Nearly up for Ngunga. That one pumps through the top of the zone. And it's good. Catches her looking, does O'Coin, for the first out of the innings. Tyler Morrison now. Morrison watches the first one come on the inside edge, just misses as well. So good judgment by Morrison. That breeze blowing in from centre field at this point, straight off the ranges. Foul tip into the glove. If I said it was cool this evening, I'd be lying. It's freezing. But it's all good. Softball's on, so that's the main reason. Ball's high. I've got a hoodie, a jacket. I think the second jacket on the car might come into play shortly. 2 balls, 1 now, the count on Morrison. O'Connor pairs in for the signal. Bunt is down, but it's in foul territory. So she'll have to come back and reset with Morrison. Count will remain 2-2 at this point. Morrison, quite accustomed to playing at Starling Park. Not quite in the Cardinal red though. New move for her this year. Catches over the top of the change up. She will go down on strikes. Gabby Murari now. She will come into bat. 2 outs here for Mount Albert Ramblers. They did pick up a run already, remember, in the bottom of the second innings. Their first run of the ball game. Throw him behind, and it gets away from the centre fielder, and they'll gift the run as Maldron crosses the plate here. Bloom behind the dish, trying to pick off the runner. Maldron behind her back. Doesn't make the connection with the centre fielder, covering at second base, and it'll result in the second run of the ball game. 3-2 the scoreline now. Swings in that one. Shortening up on the handle is Mudadi. She'll take the next pitch just above the zone. And this one's high and hard heat from Old Coin, takes care of Murari, but not before Mount Albert Ramblers. They come out, and they come out with power. Maldron does it both times. Gets on base via an error from the third basewoman, Kingy, and that scores their first run. Then she scores herself on an errant throw from the catcher. So 2 errors from Otahuhu allow 2 runs for Ramblers, and they're now within 1 run. 3-2 the scoreline. Top 3 next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the top of the third innings. Gerby's in the hot box now at third base. She's diving back to 3, and she is safe. So the dive from Whiteman, the dive from Gerby's, it's the Gerby's fingertip that gets in first. And the fielder's choice, trying to pick off the runner in the hot box, doesn't quite work for Ramblers this time. So it is Miriam Marquez at second base, Gooby's at 2, and of course that'll bring up Alex Bloom, the catcher. Remember, she had the errant throw to second base, allowing the second run for Mount Albert Ramblers. So we should be looking to make amends here. And it's a hard hit, ball comes off the inside handle though, and will go foul down the left field line. So for those that just joined, this is the Waitakere Bears Fast Pitch Classic Tournament here, Labour Weekend. Run through Friday through till Sunday will be the grand final. 5 teams in a round robin. Liner down the line. Jamie Breer has to duck for cover. And that one comes off the elbow guard. Oh, what have we done here? And then it will load the bases now for Otahuhu. Taking the first pitch is the shortstop for Otahuhu, and that is Logan Morland, new import player from the United States. Justin Taku Bidwell continues on the hill here for the Mount Albert Ramblers team. That was on hits home plate and pops up. Good hustle by Toloff. And not quite far enough for Goobies to scamper home though. And Moreland though in a good hitter's count. Hard hit ball, that'll go through the gap between first and second. It'll plate 2 of these, maybe 3 on the throw, we'll find out. 2 come in as Moreland slides it to second base on a hard hit double. The pitcher now will bat for herself. No outs here for Otahuhu. They played 2 runs in the top of the third innings. There are going to be a lot of runs scored in this contest, as you know. She'll get an intentional walk or go down to first base, will O'Coin. That'll bring up the second basewoman now, Tanisha Hokamo. Loaded base situation, no outs again for Ramblers. First pitch is in the dirt. Good block behind the dish by Toloff. That one's low as well, so Okamu in a hitter's count here with loaded 6. She'll lace one. This is going to go to the fence. Cut off though, good work by the outfielder Murare, and that'll limit them only to 2 runs because of her athleticism out there at right field. So back to back to our time called by Toloff behind the dish. Not a bad idea either. 4 runs scored here in the top of the third innings. No outs, of course. Just trying to reset, regather. It's always difficult in a fast pitch format with runners starting on base every innings to limit those runs coming in, isn't it? Well, Sammy Parks now. She'll drop down a bunt, and it's a suicide squeeze. They look to go to 3 on the same play, but she is caught, Hokamu. But Parks couldn't have done it any better as O'Coin comes in on the suicide squeeze. At 5 runs now in the innings. This one comes through the zone on Krista Hawani. She's the designated player in this one. Right fielder for the White Sox. A little something off that pitch from Taku Bedwell. Bends inside a little though, so that'll level the count 1-1. Just as the sun pokes out of the clouds, that's a welcome sign this evening. Slow ground into the shortstop. She'll try to go to 2, but no time for Stockford. She ends up holding on to the ball, doesn't want to risk the throw. So an infield single for Hawani. 6 hits on the match so far for Otahuhu. Arianga Kingi picked up a walk her first at bat. She watches the pitch sail through. Hawani at 1, Parks at 2 here. 1 down, of course, in the top of the 3rd innings. 8-2 the scoreline. This one's up, but it'll go over the backstop net and foul territory. Taku Bedwell ahead in this one. 0-2 the count. Hour and a half time limit in these matches here for the Waitakere Bears Classic. Fast pitch rules, as we've mentioned a couple of times already. Hardliner, that'll go to third base. She'll look for another play and she'll get it. Lisa Morgan steps on third base, gets the force of Parks and then throws out Kingi going to 1. That'll stop the bleeding because Otahuhu played 5 runs here in the top of the 3rd innings. They lead 8-2. Bottom 3 coming up. Ramblers looking ahead.
Bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
Is Murari. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 3rd innings. It'll be Gabby Murari running at 3rd base for Nila Fangunga batting here to lead off from Mount Albert Ramblers. She takes the first pitch. That is low. O'Coin poised and ready. Rise ball above the leaders. So 2 balls in a row here to Fangunga. Corners for Otahuhu are in tight. That is Kingi at 3 and Parks at 1. The outfield is shallow with that breeze blowing in. And this one comes through the bottom of the zone, drop ball. So 2-1 now the count on Fangunga. And that one just clips the bottom of the zone. That'll level the count. 2-2 now. Leading by 6 are Otahuhu. Bottom of the third innings. Hour and a half matches. And she groove a martyr on the inside edge with the low lifter, and that'll catch her looking. First out, of course. Leah Stockford now the shortstop. We mentioned Stockford moved up from Christchurch. Sporting the Cardinal red for Ramblers this season. Ball low, bit of player movement this season. Girls finding their location for the summer. This one's up and just clips the top of the zone. Kingy still close to third base with the Mudati running there for Mount Albert Ramblers. And the change-up just gets us swinging over the top of a short handle. Calling the signals today. Fergus McAlpine down at first base. Bevan Hunt down at third base is McAlpine. Foul just over the first base assistant coach, that is Bevan Hunt. Different look about Mount Albert Ramblers this year. No hail. That is Donnie, of course, head coach of the team for a number of years. Sina Hunkin, both electing to stay in Japan this New Zealand summer. Normally travel back and forth following the sun around the globe. What a luxury of a life, isn't it? It's the opportunities fast pitch softball gives you. This one's off the hands, but it'll go straight to the second basewoman, Hokomo. The second out of the innings, just in off the hands there. Couldn't quite free it. Looking to find a gap here. They'll turn it over to their catcher now. International player Zoe Toloff. Toloff watches the first pitch low. It's another player that's found a new home this year. Long-time Howick player Zoe Toloff, now playing for Mount Albert Ramblers. Hard rise ball. Just pushing Toloff off the base there. Played a little bit. So Toloff working hard here. Rise ball is high, and she will go down to first base on 4 straight balls. Plenty of respect to the White Sox catcher. Now we'll bring out a temporary runner for her with 2 outs, of course. So that means Stockford will come back out of the dugout and run. Time is called here by Otahuhu as they'll gather on the mound. Outfielders will stay out. Kingy, Moreland, Hakomu, Parks, Bloom and O'Coin getting on the same page here because they'll be facing the centre fielder, Tomoko Gora. Gora showing the timing of the bat up front. Pulls back and watches one come down Main Street. Good challenge here between O'Coin and Gura. Gura in his second season with Mount Albert Ramblers, travelling from Japan. One off the end of the handle. Hokomo is there. She'll make the tag. It's a force play. And that means Murari will not score for Mount Albert Ramblers. They held scoreless here in the bottom of the third innings. Top four coming up. 8-2. Otahuhu.
The next
lead.
big thing for Easton Fast Pitch has arrived. The Ghost has revolutionary double barrel technology with two full-length barrels constructed together that essentially eliminates all vibration. The collision between the outer and inner barrel creates an explosive sound unlike anything you've heard before. The softer outer barrel has the lowest compression in the game for maximum performance right out of the wrapper. The Ghost. Are you ready to make the switch?
And Jamie Breer will make a change. Abel Trago will come on and run at first base to lead off the top of the fourth innings. It is fast pitch roll, so the fourth innings will start with a runner on mud. Madison Gerby's here, and she'll drop the bunt down, looking to get on safe herself, and she will. The throw behind Trago at 2 is close on the tag from Stockford. Otahuhu get their runners moved over in action. Gerby's is safe at 1. That'll bring up top of the shop here, Miriana Markia. That one goes foul off the bat of Markia. Oh from 2 today is Markia. She fouls that one to the left side. A ground out and fielder's choice, her 2 at-bats. Remember, the fielder's choice was on the bunt play. The top of the third innings, Gerby's starting at third base. And got into a hot box, managed to get out of it. Markia went all the way to 2 on the play. This one's in the dirt. It'll go to the backstops. The runners will move up 60 feet. Lights starting to come on here at the ballpark. Stockwood, hard throw from shortstop. It is good. She gets the out. No chance of getting Trago coming home, though. Who played the lead 9-2. That'll bring up Alex Bloom, the catcher. She's been a busy character today. Bloom flew out to centre field, her first at back, then picked up a walk with the errant throw defensively from her. This one comes off the handle to Morgan, and it comes off the glove at first base. Morgan's throw just tailing away from the first basewoman, and that allowed Gerby's to score. Logan Moreland now. 10 runs to 2. Otahuhu will look to make a few changes. It shall go at the first pitch, does Moreland. 3 bounces, hits the centre field fence. Rounding tool still going. Bloom will score. Moreland will stand up going into 3. It's a triple. Bloom just having to go back, pick up her helmet, and with the 11th run crossing the plate, looks like this could be the end of the day here for Justine Taku-Bidwell on the hill. Tough day to be fair. 8 runs, 11 hits. The stat line on Taku-Bidwell. She can come back, of course. I don't think that'll happen. Let's see if we can't pull up those numbers for you. .3 innings of work, 21 batters faced for Taku-Bidwell. She threw 31 strikes, 22 balls, 53 in total. 7 runs came in, of course, 6 of them earned. No strikeouts, 8 hits, 3 walks. 1 of them was intentional. So they are going to make a change here. And coming into pitch will be number 15. We're just going to find out who number 15 is. Oh, there we go. Okay. There's a couple of shirt number changes, and so it is number 15 coming in. And will take over on the hill. She's got the easiest name in softball. So that'll make things easy. Zitian Nini Iki Tomai will take over on the pitching mound. Yeah. So it's Nini Kiti Tomai taking over from Taku-Bidwell. Zitan, picture she's called Z very often. She will face Gretchen O'Coin here. Moreland's at third base. There is 1 out in the top of the 4th innings. We are in the top of the 4th. So, of course, Mount Albert Ramblers will get to bat in the bottom. 11 runs to 2, the scoreline. Of course, after 4 innings, if they're ahead by 10, outside. If they're ahead by 10, Otahuhu, they will terminate this one early in the run rule ahead rule. 15 after 3, 10 after 4, 7 after 5. Hard hit ball. They will get the margin they need. Goes straight to right field for a hard hit single from O'Coin. Plates Moreland in the 12th run of the ball game. But as we just said, 10 runs the difference. Up to bat now, Denisia Hokomo, second basewoman, flew out to centre field her first at-bat. Second, she had a single, hard one, to the gap at right field. So good athleticism by the right fielder. This one's deep. Going back on it, though, is the left fielder. And a nice catch by Tyler Morrison. But it's still advancing on it as O'Coin, so a sacrifice hit indeed it is. Set up well out there was Morrison, but just a bit too deep to make the throw. It's going to bring in a pinch hitter here for Samantha Parks. And the hit will be number 29. And that is Santana Hala. Looks like they're going to ring the changes here, Otahuhu, if they can. Lauren Parker waiting on deck. She'll bat for Krista Hawani. This one comes through the top of the zone. Nini Iki Tomai. This one's high. Mount Albert Ramblers had a couple of fire ballers on the hill, but obviously not here yet. Knowing them, they'll have someone in the pipeline on their way. Young left-hander, Naretta Allison. She is taken up a scholarship in the United States, so they lose that pitching arsenal for the season, or for, I guess, 4 seasons if she's away at university. Hard hit ball from Hala, but it goes straight into a good glove work by Morrison at left field. That'll complete the top of the 4th innings, but it is Otahuhu. Plate 4, they lead 12-2. Last chance Friday for Mount Albert Ramblers when we come back.
DeMarini bats are made for the way you play, plain and simple. We've got a bat designed to work for you when it counts. Game time. With 22% stronger carbon fibers, the Paraflex composite barrel allows for even more precise weight distribution on the CF9 than ever before. We can put the weight closer to the handle for slappers, distribute it evenly along the barrel for contact hitters, or toward the end cap for power hitters. You should never have to settle for a bat designed for the masses. By building with this stronger composite, we can also use fewer materials. This makes for a lighter swinging bat with a Texas-sized sweet spot.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 4th innings. Otahuhu leading Mount Albert Ramblers 12 runs to 2 at this point, so Mount Albert Ramblers will need a run to continue this contest. And they'll try to do that through Katrina Nukunuku, Lisa Maldron, and Brooke Whiteman. Tomoko Gura will be the runner at first base. We are playing fast pitch rules, remember. Just the runners, not the ball count. So still 4 balls a walk. One comes and grabs the bottom of the zone. Nuku, long-time White Sox player. Now player coach here for Ramblers. Grounds over the top of this one, but that'll go foul past the glove of April Trago, who stayed in the ball game for Ariana Kingy at third base here for Otahuhu. All the other fielders will stay the same. Sun just coming down in the distance there. Tough work for the catcher at times. Sitting over the right field area. Foul back. It's got to be about a half an hour here, maybe 45 minutes. That sun will be in the eye of the catcher and the batter. And it's a hard hit ball by Nuku. Keeps the hopes alive here for Mount Albert Ramblers. Gotta will go to second on the hit. with her own cheering squad is Katrina Nukunuku. And Mons will come out to run for her. Lisa Maldron now. Got on base via an error, remember. A bunt to the third baseman, Kingy, previous third basewoman for Otahuhu, and the errant throw to first allowed her to get to second base on that play, actually. But she did score in the end. That's exactly what Mount Albert Ramblers need here, is they need a run. Foul back. Straight into the glove, so the ball stays alive here. All set, ready to rock and roll now. Girls have had a chin wag. 1-1 the count here. O'Coin set for Maldron. Outside, a nice glove.